Uh, After this, we are now going to jump to the actual definition of what do you mean by artificial intelligence. So we'll start from the word intelligence and try to understand and articulate different ways to define artificial intelligence. I will make a point before we start today is there is no uniform definition of AI. You follow this book or you follow some other book, you'll find a lot of different definitions given for AI. The reason behind this is AI field was not developed just from one set of reference field, okay, but it was actually contributed by different various kinds of fields actually contributed in developing AI. So AI ke development mein there were a lot of different disciplines that took part, and that is why there were different approaches going forward. As different approaches were there, different researchers brought in the ideas from their own field into the research or development of this field called as artificial intelligence. If you have read the history of AI that I pointed to yesterday, you would know that this term artificial intelligence is pretty relatively new term, as in it was not there before the first half or second half of last century. That in 1950s or late 1950s, this term artificial intelligence was coined. Okay, so we are not into the understanding of history of AI and how the AI got developed and all. You can read out the first chapter of any of the books and you'll easily figure out, or you can read out that IBM what is AI article, wherein you will understand the theoretical, the historical perspective of AI. So I'm not going into that detail, but I'm telling you this because since the discipline of AI has got developed through various different disciplines, every discipline has brought in some ideas from itself into the development of AI field. Hence, there are a lot of definitions, a lot of perspectives, and depending on those perspectives, a lot of definitions are there. Also, the applicability of the intelligence that we are developing into artifact, applicability of it, if it is for a particular task, then you have that narrow AI kind of a thing, or if it is generic thing, then it is a generic AI, or the weak and strong AI, as we were discussing yesterday. Hence, because of that also, the definition of artificial intelligence is quite different from what we are developing it for to how we are developing it for. So the definition actually tries to give you a perspective, or tries to give you a hint into what we are trying to develop. Okay, so what sort of intelligence we are trying to develop, and when we are trying to develop that intelligence, where it is going to be used. Okay, so that's why these different definitions of AI are there. Okay, before going forward, why to study intelligence? Okay, why not? Why not to study intelligence? That would be the proper question. There, we being Homo sapiens, or the man device. So we as a species are referred to as Homo sapiens. I hope everybody knows from their history lessons in childhood. The word Homo sapien, sapien, whatever the pronunciation is, means man device, and that is what makes us different from other animals or other beings that are the living beings. That is because we are wise. That word wise actually refers to the fact that we have something as a property which is referred to as intelligence, because of we are different species. That is how we think about us, and that is why this intelligence word is important. Now man has developed a lot of artifacts, a lot of things he has developed because we feel that we are intelligent. Since we are intelligent, we are able to build the artifacts, and that is why we need we as a human being, as a human species, have long before advent of computer science as well dreamt of creating artifacts which are alike us, which will have the qualities that we have, and those qualities would be the important quality being that they are also having intelligence. And there was the seed of this field, artificial intelligence. Although the name of the field artificial intelligence was coined after the advent of digital computers, because we know that in 1950s digital computer revolution actually occurred to us. That is, we actually gave birth to this artifact called as computers, which made our life totally different after that. And we know that, and within the span of less than 100 years, If you see today, this new artifact that we have developed has come so far ahead that now we are in a kind of a situation where we feel like we could realize our so important dream as a human being, to create artifacts that have pretty much similar kind of behavior or pretty much similar kind of thinking that we as a human being have. And that is why it is so important to study this field called as artificial intelligence. Now, since this book is also dedicated to computer science and we are also computer engineering or IT engineering students, we will be concentrating on the application of AI to create artifacts which are computers or computer programs. Okay. Rather, as far as the syllabus is concerned, we'll be more focused towards computer programs. And now these programs should be governing some physical device, no doubt about that, but we are more concentrated on what would be the construction of that program, how this program would be developed, how this program would work, and how this will actually be referred to as an intelligent program. Okay. So whenever I develop a program, that program may get fitted into a humanoid, so that program is actually governing how that humanoid works, and then it is in some sense brain of that particular humanoid. So we are going to develop programs only. So we are concentrating ourselves in developing programs only. We are not going to develop something that is physical as a robot or as a machine that actually works intelligently. We may develop a program that governs that machine to work intelligently. Okay, so that is where we are restricting ourselves. So the AI definitions that we are going to look at, they are going to have this scope. They won't go beyond the scope of this what you could say, this frame of reference. That is, we are going to talk about programs that are showing intelligence. Okay. Now, intelligence as human beings is shown using two traits that we have, as we talked yesterday as well. One trait is we are able to think rationally, think sorry, not rationally, sorry, we are able to think intelligently. And the other thing is we are able to behave intelligently, not just think but behave intelligently. So these are the two aspects of intelligence that human being show to the external world. So external world, when sees a human being, it actually sees a being which is intelligent in two aspects. One first aspect is that it can think intelligently and that it can behave intelligently. So this intelligent behavior, although it is exemplified by the actions that you perform, okay, but there is something internally governing these actions. So our limitation, as I told you earlier, since we are talking about only the programs, our limitation of the definition is about those programs which make the artifact that we are developing, which could be a soft artifact or a hard artifact, irrespective of that, it can show a behavior to the external world which is intelligent, or it can have a thought process. Somehow it is exemplified or given to the external world, shown to the external world, but that thought process is intelligent. Okay, so there is clear distinction in two ways in defining AI. First way, when we only concentrate on the artifacts which are behaving intelligently, they should be able to show the intelligent behavior. And the other is where the artifacts are showing not behavior but the thought process, so that the thought process is intelligent. So these are the first two dimensions which we need to think of while defining something to be इंटेलिजेंट. सो इंटेलिजेंट हम किसको बोल रहे हैं? एक आर्टिफैक्ट को. आर्टिफैक्ट मतलब कोई ऐसी चीज जो ह्यूमन ने डेवलप की है. दैट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ डिक्शनरी मीनिंग ऑफ आर्टिफैक्ट. आर्टिकल जो ह्यूमन बीइंग डेवलप करता है उसको आर्टिफैक्ट बोला जाता है. और ऐसे आर्टिफैक्ट में अगर मैं इंटेलिजेंस इम्बाइब करूं, आई put an intelligence into an artifact, that is artificial intelligence. Now intelligence, since it's of two kind, first one is where the artifact behaves intelligently, second one is where the artifact shows a thought process which is intelligent. Now both of these things, the behavior as well as the thought process, they are supposed to be compared with certain thing to be called as intelligence, right? Intelligent behavior या intelligent thought process मैं कब बोल सकता हूँ, जब मैं उसको किसी दूसरे बीइंग के साथ कंपेयर करूँ जो इंटेलिजेंट है. So we have human beings. I can compare that to a human being, a behavior of a particular artifact to a behavior of a person in that same scenario, and I would know whether the artifact is. I would have some sort of a measure to understand whether the artifact that I have developed is intelligent or it is not intelligent. Okay, so there is this particular comparison that I need to sort in order to say that मैंने जो artifact develop किया है उसमें actually intelligence है या नहीं है, right? So as I told you already, first two things were there. Now I have added one more dimension. An artifact could be behaving intelligently, and it is when it is compared to a human. An artifact is thinking intelligently or showing an intelligent thought process when compared to human beings. So there are now three dimensions. Number one dimension is action. Number two dimension is thought process. Number third dimension is the comparison sought to the human intelligence.